Good afternoon, everybody. So I'm very happy to be here and share with you what Nestlé is doing in the MES area, and especially with the EMI, the Wonderware EMI software that we use since a few years now, and that we are going to continue to deploy with our MES solution. So we will for sure introduce the company, Nestlé, and also speak about MES before to jump in the manufacturing, enterprise manufacturing intelligence. So Nestlé is a Swiss company. We are dealing with several business in this company, food and beverage. So we have to deal with coffee business, we have to deal with water, food, confectionery, pet care, nutrition, and that's give us some challenge to deliver MES solution, because in my responsibility I have to give to all those business a core of MES solution. We have to deal also with a large number of factories, 468, in the different countries, and we have to deal with different people around the world. So which is tough things to manage. Another thing that came to us directly is an initiative at Nestlé that called NCE, Nestlé Continuous Excellence, pushing us to go to reduce the waste and to improve the performance of our production lines. And with this initiative, people came to us asking a solution to be able to have real-time manufacturing information in their factory, because they have to gather a lot of data. So MES has been seen as an enabler of the excellence for us. That's why it's reinforced the fact that Nestlé is deploying now MES solution across all factories. What is MES at Nestlé? MES sits in between two worlds. We have the ERP. At Nestlé, we are using SAP. And we have the automation layer, which is covered by Rockwell and Wonderware in most of the case. And in the middle of that, we have our MES standard that receives some plan from the ERP. MES has a role to dispatch this information to the different equipment of different lines. Then the lines can start to produce, because it received the POs, the production order that needs to be done. MES start to acquire information, and for some of them, we send back information to the ERP. So this is the integration provided by the MES solution. There is important things to say here, because at Nestlé, we want our MES local. I heard about clouds and things like this for data management, and it's important for us to have that managed at the factory level, because people from the factory, they know exactly what they have to manage in their factory, and it is not seen as a system that can be, I would say, globally managed or regionally managed, as it is for SAP in our company, because we have different data center for SAP. So we want to have a MES system locally installed in our factory, which is important. Things to know. Background. So Nestlé is dealing with MES since almost 15 years in their factory. We have done a lot of projects, one by one, trying different suppliers, trying different way of working, managing the evolution of software, hardware, how to do migration, and we face a lot of issues by doing this. That's why we decided in 2007 to create an MES, a corporate MES library that is used today to deliver standard MES application across Nestlé businesses. So we work with Wonderware and Callisto Integration to develop this standard library in 2007. What we have in this standard library, we have the SAP integration for sure, because without SAP information we cannot run correctly an MES system. We need to receive information from SAP. PO management, which is the backbone of the MES solution. And then on top of that, we are managing in the MES recipe definition, how to manage the process parameter when we have to produce something. So it is stored in the MES solution at Nestlé. Traceability, which is a big thing as well. For some business, we need to ensure 100% of traceability, especially for nutrition. Also here on traceability, we are ensuring the fact that we are using the right ingredient in the right place, which is extremely important to reach the highest quality that we can reach. We are also fully integrated with SAP for the quality, so we receive some inspection lot from SAP into the MES system. We are gathering data from the MES system or from the line into the MES system, and then we give an answer to SAP about the inspection lot result. This part is really important, and I would say also about this that the quality parameters are managed in both places, in SAP and also in MES. For the release, for the final product release, we are managing quality parameter in SAP, but for the execution, we need to manage some recipe parameter at the MES level. Performance, which is a big topic for Nestlé Continuous Excellence, to reach the excellence of our line. Inventory and the energy. What you can see on this side, this is our common MES portal that we use across all the MES application. It is extremely important for us to have one single interface for the users, where he can retrieve all MES function that he's going to use. Maybe he's not going to use all of them, he's going to use part of them, especially for packaging where we are tracking performance. We are using reliability and process order management, dashboard information, and on the process side, we are more on the quality, inventory, energy also on the utilities. So this is a key part of our solution, this MES portal that we use, because we need to bring visibility on the shop floor. Information visibility, so I was mentioning that with the portal. So we use, we were trying to, since many years, we were trying to deliver reports on top of the MES portal, because reports or dashboard can address only one side of the need of MES. Why? Because you can read information, but you cannot interact with your system, which is the objective of the MES portal. And we had a lot of, I would say, we have been challenged a lot by the end user telling us, and especially the factory, the production people telling us, yeah, it's good, you record a lot of data, but it's very difficult to create this report and to get the report that we need at a certain moment of time. And each time when we were trying to capture what they want, few months after, it was something else. So we spend a lot of money, a lot of effort on that, and say we cannot continue like this, because each time when we come with something, it is not enough for the production people. So we look at other alternative for that, and late 2011 we decide to invest time and money on the EMI and to put that in our MES solution. And today we are monitoring energy and performance with this system. You could ask me why you just do that, having seen what are the functions that we have in our solution. Another challenge we had with the MES was the complexity. People were saying your system, your suite with all those functions is too complex. And it's very difficult to manage, for instance, a factory that we will have in the middle of Africa without engineer, and we cannot implement that. It's too complex. So we are moving today, having the function already in place in our solution. We are cutting this big MES suite in modules. And we start with the energy in 2012 to create an energy module for our factory. What is a module for us? This is something that is very easy to install. So they get a package. They download the package. There is an installer behind. So they just click, and they get the installation. They get default dashboard report. That's why it was important for us to have something easy to implement. And they get also all the interface that is necessary, simple interface that is necessary through the MES portal to do the configuration of this module, because there is always configuration to be done. So today we are here, and we are going to continue to extend that. The next one will be about the quality, the net content control, and maybe after we will spend time on the full quality module, which is the much more complex. So why EMI? Objective that we had when we start to look at that was rapid deployment of solutions. So that's why we have this vision of module approach. KPI standardization. So we are not going to define KPIs. We are just providing a tool to production people, factory people, to manage their KPIs. For sure, at the company level, there is a standard KPIs. But we need also to provide a solution that allow the production people to manage their KPIs by themselves. It was not possible before. 10 or 5 years ago, it was not possible to offer that. Each time when we want to create new KPIs, we had to request the help of the engineer to do that. Real-time visibility, for sure. So we can look at this information monthly, weekly, daily, hourly for the operator. Problem with the IT, so all the configuration needs to be removed there. Mobile device, this is something that we need to take into account. Today we cannot imagine to develop things without taking that into account. It is everywhere. Everything to empower the end user with our solution. So what we have, as I mentioned at the beginning, we have this Historian DB, which is there for the energy, and I will come back afterwards on that. And we have our MES DB, so we are using the MES solution from Wonderware. So. Where we record a lot of information in this. And we have connected our EMI system to the Historian DB because to be very simple, and especially for the energy, we don't need to have an MES DB. It's very easy to record the energy information into an Historian DB. And it's also much more simple for the engineer at the factory to manage it. They don't need a specific knowledge about that. They know already this type of DB because they are using it for the automation. So they know very well this type of DB, and it's very easy for them to start to play with the data and with the EMI with an Historian DB. So what we have done here, we have a structure of folder that they have to follow, and EMI is able to read this structure of folder. EMI knows as well the DB structure of our MES solution. So we have inside this EMI two main things. Tableau software, which is the analytics tool that we use, and it has a native connection to Intelligence Data Store. Intelligence Data Store, which is a key part of our EMI solution, because this is the abstraction layer between the reporting tool and the database. And even we use some information from this Intelligence Data Store for the MES portal, so we can go here and pick up some data that is going to be provided also with our MES portal. And then this red arrow here, because we had to do a lot in this area to make sure that information that reside here or here is well taken into account by the data store, the Intelligence Data Store. So all I would say the secret is there, because once it is well designed and defined, it's easy afterwards to deploy solution as a module without any action from engineer here. It was the objective of our modular approach. We don't want to have somebody to touch that and to tweak that each time. It has to be there, well established. So for sure there is certain rule to be respected here or here. But once it is well established, it works perfectly. So this is one example of what we use as what we deliver as a configuration interface for the production people. So as you can see, there is two main things: dimensions and measures in this EMI solution, Wonderware EMI solution. And we have to speak a very simple language to them to make sure that they are going to understand. So about dimension is just time, line, machine, material ID, process order, plant number, resource, so they can, and even shift, they can manage and play with this dimension to see or to look at their data, their measure that is coming from the database. And this is where we have some standard measure that is coming from the database. There is already a predefined calculation into this EMI, but they can also play with it and they can create new one. It's really, really easy to make it happen. And then when they are happy with their measure and their dimension, they can drag and drop this measure and dimension and create their dashboard. They can create pie chart, they can create bar chart, they can create whatever they want. It's really easy to use. It's like Excel for them. So there is a time of adaptation is required for them to understand a little bit, but it's very, very quick. And I did the experience in a factory with this when we implement the first time the performance module. They were in this factory. We had a chance to have a people in the room with us coming from the manufacturing organization and say, guys, I have a tool for you. I explain to them during a few minutes how it was working. They sit and they were starting after a couple of minutes to create their dashboard. Really, really quick. So this is one example that we have done. And again, there is ton of possibility to do different dashboards. So we have a pie chart, we have a bar chart, we can create bar chart by entity, we can have a color by entity, we can provide also numbers. If they want numbers, we can move the piece around as we want. Another one which was requested by the TPM team in the Nestlé Continuous Excellence Initiative. They were asking us to have a bar chart that can change of color when they are going above the target, because the excellence driver that is pushed by manufacturing organization and by TPM team, they want to have really simple things. Green, red, target. This is what we want to follow. And this is used every day, every month, every week. Even during the shift, we have that kind of screen to track the energy hour by hour, so the operator can see if his production line is producing in respect of the target. Same thing for the performance. Another view for the energy, we can see here the different type of energy, PO by PO. So as you can see here, for this PO we had an issue. So it gives the capability to immediately identify where are the issue, and they can drill down to see the information hour by hour, or day by day, or shift by shift. So they have this capability to drill down and dig into this information with this type of dashboard. Another one which is really interesting for the people who are taking care about performance and following the machine activity and line activities. This is the Gantt chart, so we can do that as well with this solution. So we have different machines here. So you can see for the last 24 hours what was the time when the machine was running, not occupied, changeover, or stopped, and then they can do correlation between machines. So in conclusion, what was the benefit for us identified with this EMI solution? So yes, we've got the flexibility with this tool, and it is easy to use because we have predefined measure and dimension that can be understood by anybody at the factory. It was a very important point for us, and we reached the objective with this solution. It's open. We can connect many databases as we want. Today we have only MES and Historian. We are trying to reduce the number of databases that we have in our factory, for sure. We don't want to multiply that, but if tomorrow we will need to connect, why not to SAP, it could be possible. Capable. Why? Because it was a strong objective for us to make sure that the people will get the visibility about the measure, but also about the target, to make sure that they will reach the standard that is defined by Nestlé, and make sure they can take their decision, the good decision, when they will see something happening wrong. And the last one, it's about the mobile device. It is running also on mobile device. There is an app which is called Tableau that everybody can download, and you can see the same dashboard as you have seen here to follow your process or to troubleshoot your installation on the tablet or mobile phone.